Good morning.
Good morning. I love when we have a guest. It feels like the Brady Bunch a little bit.
I absolutely love it. Well, guys, let's jump in. Thank you so much for watching. I am Jason Poole. I am a travel advisor with Cruise Planners. We have a special guest with us today. We're going to save the best for last. First, Haley, tell everybody hello and introduce yourself if they are watching and joining us for the first time.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Haley. I'm the owner of Hospitality with Flair, which is a hotel sales support company. I also write the travel blog Haley with a Flair and just love chatting travel with this fine gentleman here down below, especially at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we have a special guest with us, Wendy from Azamara. Welcome. So, before we get into the meat of Azamara, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the travel industry, how long you've been with Azamara, and any fun fact you wish to share.
Okay. I have been in the industry, it's cumulatively for about 15 or so years. I took a bunch of years off to kind of raise my kids. And once they launched, I got back in the industry and I've been with Azamara now 9 years. I cannot believe it. September 1st will be 9 years. I came back because I missed it and the opportunity to go and meet fabulous people and travel around the world is really great. What's a fun fact? Some people are often surprised. I live in the Washington area, DC area, but I was born in Glasgow, Montana. People are always like, where is that? So,
Okay.
Ah, that
yes.
one is a twist.
That is very nice. Well, awesome. All right. So, guys, if you don't know, Azamara is, kind of a smaller, more boutique style cruise line. They're a little different than their competitors. First of all, Wendy, is that fair to say? I think you
That
guys
is
have
completely fair
different.
to say. That is
It's,
completely fair to say. And we have
yeah,
some cool discernible differences.
cool. So, what are some of those differences that make Azamara special?
Well, first and foremost, I would say for those that kind of like to slow down their cruise experience, Azamar doesn't do cyclical cruises. We move along coastlines, we hit all continents, but our primary goal is to get our guests immersed in a destination. So we are completely about destination immersion and spending longer time in port, which means we could get into Split, Croatia at 8 in the morning, and we might not leave till 10 or 11 o'clock that night.
That's amazing.
We also do
That's
overnight.
nice.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. I did a voyage last September where we overnighted in Bordeaux. So for me, that meant I could go
Oh,
shopping, I could go
Wonderful.
do sightseeing, and I could also have some fabulous wine.
and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not putting you in a spot, but doesn't the Bordeaux port? Don't you guys go into the river almost like you're in
Yes.
river? Okay, got that right. Got that right. Okay.
You got that right. Thank you for
Cool.
highlighting that. And see, that's the other thing, Jason. I'm so glad you brought it up because of the size of our ships, and our ships hold about 700 passengers, a little less than that at capacity, and about 400 crew members. So smaller ship cruising. And because of the size of our ship, we are able to kind of traverse some rivers and dock in the heart of cities. We are in an ocean cruise line, but we are able to dock right there. And honestly, for me, I love it because I always forget something on the ship. So I love the fact that I can get off, do a little shopping. Oh, it's getting cooler. Let me go back and get a sweater. And we are docked right there. It is fabulous.
I've done a cruise in the Bordeaux region, and it's a lengthy transfer to actually get to where
Exactly.
you want to be. So,
Right. It's usually
no,
2 hours in and 2 hours out. So think that you're spending 4 hours of your day
on
just
transfer.
going to and from so that
No,
you
that's great.
don't have to do
Interesting
that.
you said, you focused on the destinations. I remember years ago at a cruise planner convention, one of the sessions was with land-based vacations. And someone from Azamara was on the panel. And he said, I think we are more land focused than cruise focused. So I think it is a great product for people who want to see the destinations.
I absolutely do. And one thing I want to jump in, Jason, and say in this kind of the same context is, and you and I chatted about this before, is the fact that Azamara to me does something really cool. And I love this is I think this is one of our biggest draws for people is we do what's called country intensive voyages.
Yes.
Right? So it's where most of our ports of call happen in one country. So if you want to go to Greece or you want to go to Japan or you want to go to Norway, then you can look at our itineraries and really focus on our itineraries and our time at port and say, wow, they are going to all the places in Norway that I want to go. I get on my boutique hotel at sea. I only unpack once, and I get to see all these cool spots without going trains, planes, and automobiles. So that's something I always love to stress because I love our country intensive voyages. I want to say we go to 17 country now, something like that. Italy,
Okay.
Croatia, Norway, a lot of different spots.
Well, you're forgetting the one that I always look at online is the South Africa country.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I got to get down there. That itinerary looks amazing. So it is neat because a lot of times, you know, a bigger ocean liner might visit one port and one country, and then it's like, is that really checking that country off your list? Visiting 7 hours in one port. So I could not agree more.
I gotta ask because I'm an Azamara newbie. Like I've seen an itinerary before. I was like, "Who?" But like, what's included?
Okay, great question. Thanks, Kaylee, for asking that. And I, as soon as when we get to that, I just want to say with the South Africa, I'm with you, Jason. I want to do that. And we also partner with Mikado Safari, so you could do a safari on either side of that.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Africa. And I've done the Mikado, and they're amazing. So that is fabulous.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That I love that piece. So we are mostly inclusive, I love to say, because we include all of your gratuities. We include beer, wine, and standard spirits, not just at mealtime. Like you can, my sister traveled with, you know, she goes, can I really have a margarita at like 10 o'clock if I want? I'm like, help yourself. You know, so that's nice that all of that's included. We also include, there is an Azamazing evening. Can I talk about that?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you.
We're into it.
Perfectly in. I was going to ask you about the Azamazing evening. So go ahead.
God. So for all of our voyages, usually 7 nights, 9 nights or longer, we offer what's called an Azamazing evening or an Azamazing event. And this is basically an evening included shore excursion. And I am telling you, it's fabulous. It's exclusive for the Azamara guests. It's complimentary. Everyone is invited. And usually it's something out in destination. For me, one of my favorites was when we were in Split, Croatia, seeing this famous local cellist. And we went and they got all these buses and bussed us through this outside sculpture garden. And here comes Anna with this long brunette hair, and I used to play the violin for 11 years. Okay. But there's like gold electric cello, and then there's this whole video montage going around behind her. She put on a performance for probably a good hour and 20 minutes. It was fabulous. I love to come home and talk about our Azamazing evenings because it's something unique that no one else in the area. If you have friends in the area that want to come and join you on an Azamazing, they can't. It's exclusively for the Azamara guests. So.
And that is included in your vacation.
That is included. That is included. So love my Azamazing.
So all the gratuities included, beer, wine, basic spirits. Didn't you guys have something you guys were talking about upgrading the Wi-Fi, welcoming people? We have high speed.
Yes, so we are, and it's I believe still right now on most of our voyages, maybe some here or there that won't have the Starlink Wi-Fi service. But yeah, Wi-Fi is really strong. I sailed with us in March and sailed with us in April, 2 different ships, and it was spot on. So that is beautiful because that's something that isn't always easy when you're dependent on satellites when you're out in the ocean. Right. But yeah, the Wi-Fi is definitely very strong. And for those of you that may be looking at one of our longer itineraries, we also have, and you may be like, I don't want to do laundry and I'm on board, but keep in mind, we do also have a self-service laundry facility. So you can either send your laundry out to be done, but as we get kind of creamed with airline fees, we do have self-service laundry. And I'm telling you, some of the best conversations on the ship happen in the laundry room.
I have been on cruise
laundry is a huge thing.
I've done the self-service laundry, and let me tell you, I kind of like it. It's easy. You throw it in, you go grab a cocktail, you come back, you rotate it, grab a cocktail, it's done. Easy. I like the self-service.
You know, even when I don't need to be, when I have those options, like I've definitely been leaning more towards like capsule wardrobe because like even though I can pack the luggage, you know, with my cards, I get all the checked baggage fees for free. I just don't want to. I don't want to look around. So if I can do a capsule wardrobe, do my laundry, That's amazing. But I do have to ask, so like, who's Azamara like for? Is it adults only? Are kids allowed? Like, who's the ideal person sailing?
No, that's a great question. I love being asked that question because some people are saying, well, I want to do this. I will say our demographic generally is about 45 and older. We are not the kind of cruise ship that has a lot of bells and whistles for children. We don't do that. Do families travel on us and stuff? Absolutely. I mean, I saw two of the most well-behaved 11 and 12-year-olds when I sailed last year. So older for our repositioning, our transatlantic voyages, sometimes even aging a little older than that. People love to do those repositioning cruises, for sure. And so, definitely those clients that like that experiential travel, that kind of really want to go out there and explore, that live probably a little bit more of an active lifestyle and, want to see parts of the world, but kind of take it easy.
Right.
So, and not feel like they're so rushed, like, oh, hey, here we are in Santorini, Greece. Isn't that fabulous? You have 5 hours, go out and see what you're going to do. And, oh, yeah, by the way, you're going to miss the sunset. No. With Azamara, we stay there till 10 o'clock at night. So you get to see that literally breathtaking sunset.
True story. A year ago, I was in the Mediterranean and all aboard. We got aboard. I was just not ready to leave. I can't remember where we were. I was just so disappointed. We were back on the ship. We're sailing away. Still docked in port was the Azamara Pursuit. I was just like, oh, they're still here?
I think that of like some of the smaller boats. I'm like, why did they get to stay longer?
Exactly. And we're kind of going, sorry, bye.
I know. So we talked a little bit about, you mentioned Croatia. We talked about South Africa. You mentioned Norway. Where does Azamara sail? Like, all around the world, like what are the options?
Yeah, I mean, literally every single continent we go to. Australia, New Zealand is really strong for us as well. This past year, or actually this year coming up, we actually are doing Canada, New England.
Okay.
So for those that may not want to travel as far, we do have an option of doing Canada, New England. We do Panama Canal. But really, really all over. We tend to spend a lot of time in the Mediterranean this time of year. But we go to Japan. Our Japan intensive voyage is so popular. I know, Jason, that's probably on your bucket list, right?
It's someone who is not the best with languages. I like the idea of having my boutique hotel.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we really do sail all over the world. And we also offer world cruises. So this year we had a 155 night world journey. We have a world cruise in 2025 and 2026. And one of the points I do want to highlight too, I mentioned our inclusivities earlier a little while ago, but also if you're staying in one of our suites, a Club Continent suite or above, you actually get a couple extra amenities, maybe some onboard credit, some internet minutes and that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind as you look at maybe doing a longer voyage. Definitely look at our Club Continent suite. It gives you a little bit more space and also gives you specialty dining options if you know you're going to want to do that and get that included.
Nice. Well, so it's not often we talk about cruise line CEOs and leadership, but Azamara has a new CEO that I'm shocked that even my clients are aware. So tell us a little bit about the excitement, the energy of bringing on the new CEO to Azamara.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are so excited. So when they announced towards the end of 2023 that the legendary Dondra Ritzenthaler would be joining Azamara May 13th, 2024, I kind of looked around my office going, did they just say Dondra's joining Azamara? My gosh. She has been off to the races when she started. I'm telling you, May 13th, she has not sat down much at all. I don't know how she does it. She's been out there, she's been on board the ships, meeting our guests, meeting our crew, finding areas that we need to, kind of tweak our services and what we need to do. And she's just making it happen. So yeah, we are very excited that she is here and she is the face of our brand. And what a fabulous, I've spent a little bit of time with her and she's so sharp at what she does.
She's
But
amazing.
she's a really kind and genuine person, which really resonates with me so much. And really, to me, it's like, oh, this is why she's so revered. Everyone loves her so much.
That's amazing. So if someone wants to try out Azamara for the first time, yeah, maybe they're not ready for a world cruise, they're not ready for a transatlantic, trans-Pacific. Where would you suggest a great place, a great itinerary for someone to try and sail Azamara for the first time?
Well, for me, it's all about like, look at our itineraries, right? Like, see, if they're looking at going, okay, where do maybe I've never been to Greece. I think we do an amazing job with our Greece intensive voyages. You could do a 7-night version. And
Yeah.
again, you're getting the country intensive voyage experience. You're going where some of the big ships just can't get to because of the size of our vessel. I think Greece, and sometimes that's an easy choice because we don't usually do like Athens to Athens. We don't often do round trip, but we do have options that do that. So we offer like a 7-night version or a 10-night version. I would
I
look.
I love those itineraries because you can do pre-cruise and post cruise in different cities and really to get the kind of dig into to where. So I actually like the open jaw itineraries.
Right. No, I would definitely look at that. And I would, and again, the best thing is you can, when you're sailing, going, oh my God, I love this so much. And then just go be like, okay, let me look at what I want to do in 2025 or 2026. It's really great. And what I will say for those golfers that may be watching this, we also have an amazing partnership with Perry Golf. So it gives you the option of golfing at some of the most historic golf courses around the world. And so definitely on our website, talk to Jason about where Azamara goes, where you can actually maybe golf and cruise and
Right.
do both and have a fabulous time.
Best of both worlds for somebody that loves
Exactly. It. Best of both worlds for somebody. Perry Golf does an amazing job at the Open every July.
Yeah, don't you guys have itineraries that like British Isles that stop at the Open?
Yes.
That is actually, what's crazy is I know people want to go to the Masters. It's beautiful, but no, I want to go see the rough terrain of the Open. Like that's what I really want to go see. It looks beautiful in a different way than like Augusta.
Right. And it's not, there's golfers on the ship. It's not taken over by the ship. But even if you want to see the last hole, you can buy, an excursion to just do that. If you're not a golfer, but you want to be there for the excitement of it, we offer that as well.
That's so. Haley. Haley goes, that's perfect for me.
I know.
too. Well, you answered all my questions. Haley, do you have any other questions or thoughts for Miss Wendy?
Now I just gotta go look at that South Africa one you were talking about. I'm just kind of like, Jason, can you shut up so I can like?
I know it looks awesome. Well, Wendy, do you have any parting thoughts before we let you get back to your busy day?
Oh no, I am so grateful and that you asked me to join you on this today. And yeah, no, if anyone, if you're a first time cruiser to Azamara and you're working with Haley and Jason, just let them know. Wendy said she might kind of throw in a little extra or something. So
we love bribes. We love bribes. Well, guys, thank you so much. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us today. And we will be back next week for Today in Travel.